Good evening, Internet, and welcome to an iWar playthrough. Mission 1 Salvage. Now, this game is
Lieutenant,
unique
you will have
in
realized
all the
by
space
now
sims,
the value the Commonwealth places on the fleet.
mostly
The
because
latest
of
Navy
the
plan is to increase
unique
the
flight
size
model
of the
it
fleet
has.
by 10% this year. Our records suggest that there are a number of
Unfortunately,
promising
it does
salvage
tend
candidates
to have
in the
a
debris field left over from the battle for the
lot of
Toloman
briefings.
Exchange.
And the difficulty curve which
The
is
debris
practically
field is
vertical.
protected by a number of mine devices.
So
These
I'm
have
going
been
to hopefully
alerted to your
take you through
presence
it.
and temporarily deactivated. You and your crew will enter the debris field in a standard command section subvessel. It should be compatible with most vessel classes in the debris field. You should attempt a salvage operation on the most intact hulk you encounter. A flatbed tug will transport the command vessel to the vicinity of the debris field. To secure against the prospect of Indie looting, the debris field is protected by hunter-seeker mines. These will be alerted to your presence and deactivated.
If you want to see how that junk field was created in the first place, there's a 15-minute long intro for this game.
The tug will release the command section and wait outside the debris field. You should then pilot the vessel into the field and start the search for any salvageable vessel candidates. You should investigate any large debris items which might be ships. Our scans reveal several promising hulks within the field which seem to be intact. If you find a salvageable ship, dock the command section onto the vessel and pilot the ship back out of the field to rendezvous with the flatbed. You'll have some time to kill before the tug gets you near the debris field, so I suggest you use that time wisely in familiarizing yourself with the command section controls.
These briefings, they always kind of remind me of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Here we are. We're in our command section. That's the little bit that's on the top of this ship.
On the commercial tug ship CCO-348 to command section 32098. I have halted the ship pending confirmation of our orders. We should be on our way in just a few moments. We should be at the drop-off point in about 5 minutes.
Well, there was a lot of extra things that happen in this space sim that don't happen in any others. Eventually you'll be flying a 200-meter long corvette, not a fighter, so it's a little different from the others. In addition, this is just one of 4 workstations. This is the command workstation. You have command, you have navigation, you have weapons, and you have engineering, all of which is handled by a different crew member. Now, the main reason that this intro is so long is for you to get hold of the manual, and the manual itself, when this game was released, is like an encyclopedia. It goes into a lot of detailed knowledge, mostly of the ship's workings. And as you progress, I'll show you how those ship's systems actually integrate. Now here's the navigation station. So you can see it's a different layout, same kind of information, and back to the command. And this game is famous for the fact that it uses Newtonian physics. Yeah, this is the map. This was done, what, 15 years ago? So they've mapped quite a few of the local stars. Nowhere near as much as we know now. Especially when you consider Elite Dangerous. We're approaching the junk field, which is hopefully where we'll salvage our new ship.
This is Hayes. We have arrived at the drop-off zone. The debris field is dead ahead. We will hold position here until you come back. That's if you come back. Over.
Don't you hate sarcastic lorry drivers? And away we go. And normally you don't get as many cutscenes in the missions as you do in this one. This one is cutscene heavy because it's the first mission. As you can see, I'm just getting the whole hang of the flight model.
Happy garbage hunting, guys.
And away we go. And you can see the contact list underneath the main window. If it's blue, it's friendly. If it's green, it's neutral. If it's red, it's an enemy.
We
and
are
if it's
entering
yellow,
the debris
it's
field
unknown.
now. Logging many debris items.
They've kind of also got an inverse navigation sphere next to it, showing you where all the contacts are. It's different from the scanner in Elite, but on the right hand side you'll see all the autopilots. Autopilots will be covered in a different tutorial. And as we approach, we can see there's this ship spinning around very fast. So let's have a quick look at that one. Here we go, the Dreadnought. The ship from the intro.
That Corvette looks promising.
Now here's one of the tricks that you can do in iWar. You can remote control other ships. So you go into the navigation, from the navigation to the command, and hit the remote link. And here, presto, spinning ship. I'm going to show off a bit and line her up exactly. There you go. You can see here that the momentum of the larger ship doesn't roll and pitch as well as the command module that you're flying at the moment. So we'll dock. Whenever you do a dock and you get close, you get one of these little director cutscenes which are
Docking
really
complete.
atmospheric.
We have a green light on the cables, on the airlock and the pass-throughs.
Looks like we have ourselves a starship. Byrne, what state is she in?
Let's increase the speed and head back to the transport.
Considering she's been 5 years in the freezer, not bad. The accommodation units are missing, and the main tank is holed, but the reserve is still okay.
So it seems we've got an okay ship. Lucky us. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if it was that easy, would it?
Sir, we are reading activity
So
from the
we're going
Hunter
to go
Seeker
into
mines.
weapons mode. That's the one of the third. It's the third weapon station. There we are. You have a wirefin view of your own ship and any targets that come in, so you can swing round. And you can also see at this moment in time, when I pitch and turn, I don't immediately turn at all. There's still inertia for it to be dealt with. And 1 hit, 2 hits,
Sir,
3
I'm
hits.
getting a signal
Ouch.
from within the ship.
What
Yeah.
kind of signal?
It's coming across on the
Ladies and
crew
gentlemen.
intercom video link. Here, I'll patch you in.
Would you dig up my
Like
grave?
Jefferson Clay, the
I
computer
beg your
version.
pardon?
I said, would you dig up my grave?
Of course not.
So I gather you don't approve of being disrespectful of the dead.
No. Why?
Because of this. Me. Being here now. Being here dead. That's why. I was killed. I am dead. But would they let me rest in peace? Would they? Oh, no. They would not let me be. Some son of a bitch recovered the hulk of the Dreadnought and pulled out this sorry digital facsimile of my mind. An unholy capture of my last thoughts taken without consent during my final glorious medal-winning battle. and then they drag me kicking and screaming back into service. I'll tell you, this is one odd Navy, boy. You don't get time off, even for being dead.
Listen, if it helps at all, I didn't ask for some kind of digital command assistant.
Digital assistant, that's me. Get your untrained crew out there into darkest space, and if they drift into a bit of trouble, wander off the edge of their limited simulator academy safe territory into trouble, then the crew can drop their milk and cookies, press a few buttons, and the Captain-O-Matic pops out the answer. Well, I don't think so.
So you're not gonna help?
Did I say that? No. Only I am gonna play it like a computer. Stupid dumbass questions in, stupid smartass sarcastic remarks out. Now if you ever manage to ask me a question which doesn't insult my experience and intelligence, I dare say I'll force a civil answer out of myself.
You gotta love him. A sarcastic ex-captain. It's what you want, really. So, I'm gonna fly straight to the flatbed now. But this is the engineering screen. This shows you the whole intricate parts of the ship. Each of those systems listed there has an effect on all the others. So if you lose your main power, everything goes off. If you lose just your front and back PPCs, you can still fire your missiles. And you assign repair crews when the damage gets tough. No doubt I'll be doing that a lot as well. Sometimes half the battle is seeing which ship can repair its damage quickest, or which ship can get its PPCs back online.
That is the saddest looking piece of junk I have ever seen. Pays over and out.
Oh, I hate lorry drivers like that. Really do.
When you join the Navy, you expect to serve on a ship. We were sent out to find a ship. What we found was the Dreadnought, first in her class and the last ship of Jefferson Clay. When the ship was refitted, my CO was impressed enough to let me try out for command.
Right, and that's it. Nice and simple for a first mission. See you later.